Me.
Welcome back to Me, I Am a Memoir, the meaning of Mariah Carey. I am Fab, this is Posh, and we are in the Memoir Dome.
We are! Sort of the Memoir Dome within the regular verse.
Yeah. It's the Memoir Arena.
Yes.
Spectacular.
Yes. Oh my God, on ice.
On ice!
Yeah.
One would think we were on ice to even agree to do this in the first place.
And we're a little closer than normal.
We are. Because we've only got one microphone.
I know.
Some idiot left it behind.
I know. I don't know who that was.
I don't know who that was.
No.
Do you know what I think, though? It probably sounds better this way because normally there's like both... Because we're both so loud.
Yeah.
Both microphones are picking up both of us.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I feel like we're Celine and Babs in Tell Him.
Yeah.
Maybe we should wear one headphone. Like, you know, I have one ear, you have the other.
Yeah, I'll put one on now.
Yeah, all right, we'll do that. I'll just put my hand there.
Yeah, okay.
I'll do it. Yeah. Oh my God. But I keep creeping the camera. Who am I? The mic towards me because I'm a little bit less projected.
Well, you take it. I'm very loud.
I know. That's right. We made it work.
Because we're face to face.
Yes, butt to face.
Butt to face.
And
I'm butter and she's face.
Yes. And you're sitting side saddle.
I'm sitting side saddle, so we don't have too much kneeage.
Yeah, that's just weird.
Otherwise, it's too intimate.
Well, it's a bit scissory, isn't it?
It's very Babs.
Yes. Absolutely. Oh, tell him that we're gonna be another 45 minutes.
This episode is going to go forever.
Yes.
So this week we are thankfully back in Mariah's world, which is the place we like to be. Yes. Unfortunately, the television show Mariah's World,
it's not.
Which I'm starting to realise is the Stella show. Feat Mariah Carey.
Yes.
She's like a rap feature in her own show.
Yeah, and takes over. We don't need it. We don't need it.
It's very confusing. Anyway, so that's what we're going to be heading on into, episode 3 of Mimi's World.
Yes.
The title of which escapes me. I read it, but it's kind of in my head.
It'll come up. I have it in my notes somewhere.
Excellent. But before we do that, we of course have to find out the lowdown on what's going on with Mariah.
You nearly said the wrong thing.
I nearly said the wrong thing. But they're the Mimi moments.
Mimi moments. Okay, now we've got a few.
Woo!
So strap in.
I'm strapped.
I might get you a towel for that chair. Because it's grey and it's mine and I don't want to deal with all that. So Mariah has of course kicked off the celebration of Mimi concerts with not only costume changes.
Oh my God, I know.
But hair changes too. So
I remember you did say, I don't remember ever seeing her wear a wig.
No.
It's always her own hair.
Definitely. Never extensions.
Just
her own beautiful
own beautiful mane. And now we know why.
Yeah. How do you feel about the whole head wig? Because it's not a little bit of something help. It's, we're just putting a cap over you and here you go.
Well, I think it's, it means, you know what it means? Because she's doing a residency.
Yeah.
It means Mariah can de-wig and just go out and be a little low-key.
Yeah, curly Mariah.
In Las Vegas.
Just natural curly Mariah.
No one needs to know. Although I did see her on a roller coaster the other day.
I know. That's in here. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. And I think that the wigs got a little better as time went on. I think opening night, they were too shiny.
Yes.
It was too, even for Mariah.
Yes.
It was like, that's clearly a wig. I think they got better. But there's a lot of hair to come in this episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of hair
issues.
talk. There are many hair.
I think they got Larry back for the wigs.
Maybe they did. Maybe Larry was doing the wigs.
But Mariah was also joined on stage by some big names. We had the Hardy Clums.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Tyra Banks. They were filling in as her glam squad. So maybe that's where the wigs... Tyra notoriously wears wigs.
I remember once an episode of America's Next Top Model where she made a man get a beard weave.
Of course she did.
It's the shittest thing you've ever seen.
Was it just American for the face?
It was not even that good.
Oh no. I don't know, though, if we had any other special guests. We had Trailer Ends coming in, of course.
Yes, of course.
Did you spot anyone? I couldn't come across any more.
There was one other, but I can't remember who it was. Oh, but I definitely saw Clume and
Yes.
and Banks.
Yeah. And Mariah pretending to know who they are.
Yeah, very amazing.
You know, because when you're a supermodel, it's like, how would I know other regular models?
You know what? She might have seen them on her Apple TV.
Really?
At some point.
Okay.
Yeah.
If Molly got it set
If
up
Molly
in
got
time.
it set up, she might have seen an episode of one of them.
So the set list does look amazing.
Yeah.
We start at Vision of Love and basically go through album by album.
Yeah.
All the way up to Emancipation, including, you know, even Charm Bracelet and Glitter got a little DJ moment.
Yes.
Which is very exciting. And songs like Without You, Looking In,
Ooh,
and
fan favourite.
a whole Butterfly medley.
A butterfly medley. Even all the way to the beautiful ones.
Thankfully, I don't believe so. I may have missed that just because I blacked out when I saw it. But I don't think that one was... I could be wrong, was it? Do you know? I don't think it was.
I'm just mocking
But it
you.
could have been. She seems to really like it.
It's a good song.
Is it? Again, back to hair. Mariah has made headlines by having her hair done on a roller coaster.
On a roller coaster.
So
it's a lot of wind on a roller coaster.
it is. And we know this is one of Mariah's favourite things.
Yes.
Like, she loves a roller coaster.
She loves a roller coaster.
And
Explains her first marriage.
Yes. And her second marriage.
Yeah.
And her third one that didn't happen.
Yeah, the unmarried.
And the whole dancer thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So she wanted to enjoy her favourite pastime, roller coasters, while enjoying one of her other favourite pastimes, looking good.
Yes.
Beautiful. So she made sure that the Glam Squad were ready just to dive on it the very moment that the ride ended. And honestly, it sounds perfectly reasonable to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why it made news.
Well, I think because when, you know, people don't realise that the life of a diva is a very taxing and expensive one.
It's a roller coaster with your hair blown out at the end.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, maybe
that's her hairdryer.
Maybe that is how she dries her hair.
She's like, we don't have time to dry it. I'll just go on a roller coaster.
Yeah, I'll go on a roller coaster because it's 10 seconds.
And you can brush it.
And then you can just like make sure it's tidy at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. In case a twig got in it.
Yeah. A twig that's like one of the up-and-coming young pop stars. I was like, let's throw that aside. She's like, why is this twig in my face asking me for an autograph? Get it out of my hair.
Get this twig out of my... Oh, it's Ariana.
Yeah.
Hi, Ari. How are you?
I'm so confused. Mariah has put up a little video on the socials about doing some makeup on an NBA Finals trophy.
This was amazing.
His name is Larry. We've got a lot of Larrys.
We got a lot of
happening
Larrys
this week. I just wrote, I don't know, it's sports.
It is sports.
No idea what's really happening.
Larry's the name of the trophy that you win.
Okay.
And yeah, Mariah, you know, obviously
500 hours.
Mariah's got 500 hours of beauty school and she knows how to make Larry shine.
You're so right. So, in a bit of a pivot, first time, Daniel Bedingfield chat.
Daniel Bedingfield chat.
So,
next thing we're having Natasha Bedingfield
I
chat.
know. So Dan Bed has DB has teased that he may be releasing an unheard collab between himself and Mariah.
This is astounding. Did he come in and voice the other line on Against All Odds before he was replaced?
Probably. That's probably exactly what happened. Because it would have been around that time.
Yeah, that he's 1 minute of fame.
Yes. So he has gone and set up a company that helps unlock record company vaults and release songs if artists want them done. I don't think he just randomly lets them out.
Waits for them to die.
Yeah, literally. So that'll be interesting to see if that works and whether we'll get some surprise sort of collab moments.
You know what I would love is if he actually, all he's doing is just sitting at home singing over the top of one of her tapes.
Well, that's how we did it.
Cassette tape, yeah.
You know what he's probably done? He's probably downloaded this podcast, thought that I was Mariah.
Yes.
And then sang with
he's
that.
Just like,
yeah. Yeah. It seems like the most realistic version.
Poor Daniel. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I know, bless him.
He could be having a little mental health moment. We don't know.
Aren't we all? So, in some exciting news, and also sad news, Rock and Roll have done it.
What?
They have outgrown their mother by turning 13.
That's not appropriate.
It's yeah. How dare they?
I know.
Firstly,
I remember, it was very distressing for me to have to say happy birthday to my sister when she overtook me.
right? Single tear moments.
Yes, I know. When my younger sister had a birthday higher in age than me, I didn't know how to cope with it.
Yeah.
It's something it comes for all of us.
It does.
Sometimes.
You're so right.
Aging.
I mean, they're not far off us. We're quite. What are we? 14, maybe.
I'm 19.
3. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm the grown up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And they celebrated it with a little Western themed party. And at first I thought it said, the article that I read about this little party, I thought it said they welcomed 10 friends to the party. Then I realised that no, the article was saying that Nick Cannon, who was hosting, has welcomed 10 more children since the twins. I legitimately was like, they had a party with 10 friends. Oh no. That's just stating how many children he's had since then.
So they had 10 siblings at the party.
I don't know if they were invited to the party, let's be real. I don't know if he knows all of them.
Yeah. Some of the mothers don't get along.
No, exactly.
Some of the mothers were concurrent.
Well, there's 12 mothers to 10 children. So, it's very confusing.
It's very confusing.
Even the mothers don't know, which one's mine? I know.
Which is my child?
Yeah, is it the one that looks like Nick Cannon? Or the
Greedy
other one
Mariah's
that
got
looks
2 of them.
I know. How did she get so lucky? And as I said at the end of this...
Who knew he was so fertile?
I know. At the end of it, I said, which sadly is not a joke I am making. Sometimes the horrific things we say are true.
Well, maybe one day in the future, I don't know if you know this, but apparently there's a it's said that Genghis Khan had so many children that everyone in China vaguely is related to him at some point. And maybe one day every pop star will be vaguely related to Nick Cannon.
I think so. And each other. Yeah. We have some rumours swirling.
Oh, a swirl. I love a swirl.
Of a possible romance between Mariah and crotch-splitting icon Lenny Kravitz.
Oh.
So there doesn't actually seem to be any rumours. Any reality behind. I don't know where the rumours are coming from.
Someone's just made it up.
I think some people have just made it up. But I said, there doesn't seem to be any reason for these rumours to swirl, other than me wanting to see Lenny rolling around with Mariah in a beach video at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Because let's be real. And he'd have to split his pants again for good measure.
For good measure.
Yeah.
I mean, we know why those pants split. And there's something I'd like to investigate.
Okay, yeah. We are nothing if not thorough. In some unexpected news, Mariah has made a surprise appearance at a billionaire's wedding.
No, not a Packer.
The next line is sadly not James Packer's.
No, I don't want her to go down that road again. That looked like it was a painful.
Imagine if he's still waiting at the altar. I don't know. We don't know if she's told him. He could
Stella
be
would
there
have
with
told
Stella.
him. Stella may not have told
She
him.
probably didn't. Stella can't figure out what time it is in Luxembourg.
Don't even. Don't preempt my fury.
Oh my God. So Mariah jetted in to sing at the CEO of Pretty Little Thing, Umar Kamanis' wedding to his wife, Nada Adele.
Right.
Andrea Bocelli also performed, but rumour has it Mariah ignored him, saying she doesn't know him, making Andrea the second blind man Mariah has ignored in as many months. When asked whether or not the incident had something to do with a recent episode of The Regularverse, Mariah simply replied, perhaps. No. Sometimes I still do bits. Took me ages to figure out how to get both those jokes in together. I was being very Carrie Bickmore. I whipped her back out.
I'm very impressed.
Thank you. Lastly, Mariah will feature in an upcoming episode of Audible's Words and Music.
I am so excited about this.
We are definitely going to be covering this.
Yes.
And I said, thank goodness, because without any new material from her, we've really had to pad. I was like, oh God. Mariah, please release something.
Mariah, we've been through all of your back catalogue. We've even read your books.
Yeah.
Many
Yeah.
books.
Front catalogue, back catalogue, side catalogue.
Yes, we've done all the
Regular
catalogues.
people's catalogues.
Oh, we've done too many regular
many.
catalogues. Like, I am not okay with where the regular verse is taking me.
I know, oh my God. But that does bring us to the end of a hefty Mimi moment.
So many moments. I'm devastated that the only gap I have between work this year is when she's not in Vegas. Like, it hurts me.
No.
It hurts me. But, you know.
Because then you would have shouted me to go.
I know, we would have gone. We would
have.
have recorded an entire episode of the regular verse in the front row. Why do you two keep talking? We're recording a J-Lo podcast.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
I know, she'd be furious.
No,
But
she'd come down and be in it.
she would. Oh my God, we
Yeah.
should. Let's see if we can get her on the regular verse.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
Tell us how you feel about this album. It's the 25th
Sorry,
anniversary
we should explain.
of On the 6.
Yeah, we should probably explain. This is an album that was put out under your name. Would you like a chance to go and listen to it? But with all of that, are you ready to break on down the reason that we're here?
Yeah, let's break on down another episode of Stella's World. Mariah's World.
Stella. Break me on down. Okay, we are up to episode 3 of Mariah's World, Crossing Borders.
Crossing Borders,
Yes.
that's the title.
Not the bone of contention.
Bone of conjecture.
This episode had 0.73 million viewers, up from 0.81 million.
They're just getting more and more
Well,
every
because
week.
8 and 1 versus 7 and 3. 7 and 3 is 10.
Yes.
8 and 1's only 9.
Yes.
So that's how that works.
Yep.
So previously on Mariah's World, Mariah had a hairstylist who's not here. Meanwhile, Stella is a cunt and a baby can't go on a bus.
No babies on the bus.
This previously on is longer than the actual episode last week. It went forever.
I have the same problem with this episode in coming up.
Yeah.
And then the thing comes up. And it's just the thing you've seen 4 times already.
Literally, and that's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah. Weirdly, this episode was still more palatable than the last couple.
Weirdly.
I don't understand how.
I know how.
So speaking of, tonight on Mariah's World, Mariah's current hairdresser isn't cutting it, so she needs Danielle back, whoever that is. Meanwhile, we almost get to see Tanaka Dick.
Oh, that was very close.
It was very close.
And
In
it
front of
happened
some
a
very
lot.
young children.
And it it happened frequently.
Yes. It's like we were getting a bit of vein.
Yeah.
Like a smidge. Like, ooh. And possibly a silent audience, but probably not because these things are usually exaggerated.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready? I'm going in.
Go in.
No finger.
Both fists.
Yeah,
Straight
all
in. A double DP.
Marianne is still going on about the goddamn baby on the motherfucking goddamn bus.
Shut up, Marianne.
Oh my God. And Mariah is pretending to have to deal with it, but really she just wants to show off her pretty bra.
Oh, she's got
Like, oh, I care. Look at my bra.
I cannot get enough of someone dealing with an HR issue in
I
nothing
know.
but a bra.
I know. It's...
Like, just dealing with an issue between staff, which is an HR issue.
Yes.
While standing in nothing but an almost see-through bra.
Do you think this was maybe Shannon Doherty's issue with Alyssa Milano going to HR because she went in a bra? And we know that Shannon doesn't like to wear bras because we've all watched that show.
Yes.
So that was maybe the issue where she said,
Or
you know,
maybe
it's the bra.
Mariah was the HR person in a bra.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Well, she knows Alyssa from
does.
the book.
Yeah, from the book.
So that
She's
makes
on
sense.
the poster on the wall.
Yeah.
Next to her.
Yes.
Yes.
So they're friends.
They're totes
so
friends.
that was
From Derek Jeter's wall.
Yes, that's what was picked. That's, you know, so Shannon Doherty felt ganged up on.
Yes.
It's all working.
It's all making sense now.
Mariah is like old mate who doesn't like the baby. I forget his name. She's like, he should apologize like this. I'd say it like this. Like she acts out how he should apologize.
He should apologize.
And I said because Mariah's acting.
Mariah's very skilled. We
I'm
know.
going to act out how he should apologise.
We've seen Precious. We know how good she is.
Absolutely. Now, Marianne claims that it's not that serious to her, but she's still talking about it 19 years later.
Yeah, they're in another country now.
On
a different tour.
Yeah, I said, she's still talking about it, even though I'm taking the time to write all of this down. She's still going on about it after I've written a whole paragraph.
Her child graduated from college. And she's still going on about the bus.
Her baby now drives the bus. So her baby is
that dancer
Meatloaf.
still doesn't want him there.
Yeah. Mariah is concerned that they might be fighting for the rest of their lives. And I have to say, I agree.
Yeah. It feels like that.
It does feel like that. Certainly the rest of my life. If I have to watch any more of this, it won't be very long. So Mariah offers Mary some water as if that's the thing she does.
Yeah.
Would anyone need water, maybe? Would you
Water?
like some water? I don't know, because I don't know how to do that. But
I've
I've seen people do it.
I'll make Stella bring some water.
Yeah. Remember I was in that movie with Muriel Sorvino,
Yeah.
and I talked about getting people water.
I got people water.
Yeah, I didn't have
It was a character thing,
Yeah,
though.
yeah. You probably don't get it because none of you act, not like me. So we're back at the O2 Arena where Stella comes to Mariah with concerns about the wedding and having the animals. Having the animals and all sorts of stuff. This is just kind of, we're like, we don't know what the context is, but there's animals.
There's animals.
So Mariah gets onto the phone, like on the phone to the agents or managers or whoever, we don't really know.
Yeah.
And tells them...
was it the publicist?
Sure, someone.
Yeah, someone.
No one knows. I don't think Mariah knew. And tells them she just needs these almost extinct animals because she can put them on a pedestal and then people will donate more money. And scientists, they're working on, making sure that the animals don't go extinct. And Mariah's just trying to do her part in that.
It's seriously one of the funniest things I've seen in this show so far.
But then, because she's such a good actor, we're like, is she for real? But then she's like, no, I'm just joking, everyone. Just joking. No, don't. They don't need to be on a pedestal. They can just be on the ground. It's fine.
Where did the story come from?
There's a lot of stories in this episode that I don't think exist.
Oh.
I got a text message from someone that were apparently in this paper.
Yeah.
Are ya?
Yeah.
Or is that just a line fed to you from the producer?
Yeah.
Because why would a random dancer be talking to Mariah about this shit? They wouldn't.
I don't
know. Mariah does give us some hair moments while getting wheeled to stage. And some getting to wheeled to... I can't speak.
Getting wheeled to stage moments.
Yes, thank you. I was verklempt with all of the animals and the Mariah hair.
The Mariah hair. And also you were thinking about being, you were thinking about Barbara and Celine scissoring again.
It was. Story of my life, let me tell you. I feel like they'd be very sharp scissors.
Oh my God, they would, seriously. They'd cut it.
Oh my God, can you imagine? Honestly, now that we're thinking about it, can you imagine the conversation that would go between them? Like, Celine would be singing God knows what. Every song from...
Trying to out-sing something that Barbara was on.
And she'd be talking about some kind of matzo ball soup. Like, I think this would go... What we're doing right now, this scissoring, is it? Would go really well with my matzo ball soup that I get from the deli down the road. We'll get
Celine would start panting.
Oh yes, absolutely she would.
She loves a pant.
That's a whole thing. So this is a conversation that we're having. Anyway, during all of this, the credits start rolling, like the end credits start rolling during the episode, which is weird, but Mariah is singing We Belong Together, so everything's great.
Everything's fine.
Anthony is watching Mariah's side of stage and notices an imaginary hump. Definitely real problem.
Yeah.
Definitely a real problem. With her hair, and now has to talk.
A problem they don't manage to capture on camera. Which I find
interesting, because everything's being filmed.
Yeah. Except for Trey Lorenz, who didn't sign the contract.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I don't want to be in this, sweetheart. And she's like, yeah, neither do I.
Don't know what I thought I was signing.
You know what? There are glimpses in this episode of what this could have been.
Yeah. But every time Mariah's on screen.
Yeah. But also, there's some some of the stage filming. I'm like, oh, this is great. Yeah. This looks incredible. Yeah. When she's singing We Belong Together, you're like, I want to watch this show. I want to
Yeah.
watch this concert
What
movie.
it could, yes, exactly.
that Stella has inserted herself into.
Yeah, I know. It's like they've done it the opposite. They've gone the wrong way. Yeah, I don't know.
It's annoying.
So Anthony's like, I've got to talk to Jose. I said, but like I said, I can't remember these people, but someone that they need to get someone more professional to do her hair. Oh, I don't know, like Danielle maybe from the first episode.
Will be really good.
Yeah, she's not involved currently, but probably should be for the drama.
For the drama.
So now everyone's like, oh my God, Larry the hairdresser, she has a hump, which there is no hump.
There's no hump. But Larry somehow got a hump in there.
Yeah, and they're like,
By
that's
accident.
You know, that's never happened. You're a bad person. You should probably die. All that kind of stuff.
He's incompetent. He's started World War II.
Completely. Yes. That was started over Mariah Carey's hair. You're right.
Started over Mariah Carey's hair. Yeah. Larry invaded Poland.
Yeah, she wasn't even a thought yet. Her hair was. It takes
Her hair was.
millennia to figure out that beautiful hair.
Well, you know, how else do you've got to, invent a roller coaster for it
That's exactly
to dry
right,
it with.
yeah.
Like, it's,
I mean, it doesn't make sense why Patricia couldn't quite get it right.
Yeah,
now, looking back, only the gay hot dog boy could really deal with it.
The gay hot dog boy.
Yeah.
Not Larry.
Not Larry.
Maybe Larry is Patricia in Mandrag, and that's why it was bad.
Absolutely what it is. Yeah. You should be half the hairdresser I am. That's a throwback.
We haven't had Patricia in so long.
I know. Piggy Patricia.
Patricia. And Dog Hair and Calamity.
They show us footage of Mariah on stage, apparently on this night, and she has literally no hump in her hair. But anyway, she sings with Big Jim Wright.
Oh.
And I said, this footage looks like it was filmed on Stella's child's phone, probably because it was.
Yes.
It's very shaky. And I was like, I don't think Stella got the kid to do it.
That was so weird. I didn't understand that at all.
I don't know. But we get some more Mariah singing with Shake It Off.
Shake
So
it up.
she's singing Shake It Off about 10 times in this episode.
Yeah.
And backstage, Chris and Stella discuss Mariah's anniversary. And Chris tells us about Mariah not having birthdays but anniversaries, even though we already know that. But he's letting the people know.
He's explaining to the non-lambs.
Yes. So Mariah gets off stage and her hair still looks fine.
Yes.
Tanaka is interviewed and tells us how he loves Mariah. So they have a little hug. She's so caring, blah, blah, blah. I'm definitely not fucking her.
No, they're just really good friends on the tour.
Yep. That's absolutely.
He's devastatingly cute.
Yeah. That's about it, really. But everyone's got something.
Hey, he also infrequently wears a shirt.
That's true.
Yeah. Sometimes maybe a singlet. But even then, sometimes he just wears a towel.
Yeah. And then even
and
then...
I'm okay with all of these
Sometimes
things.
he doesn't wear a towel.
He's almost not wearing the towel.
Back at Mariah's hotel, Mariah asks Stella if she likes her hair. She's like, do you like my hair? Guess who did my hair?
Oh my God. It's so good.
I did it. Because I have 500 hours. Do you know who didn't do it? Larry.
Larry didn't do it. Because he did do it, and I had to redo it.
Yeah.
Mariah's hair is like the dishwasher. She had to repack it.
She did. Yeah. So Mariah says that they need to get Danielle back.
Oh, absolutely.
And Stella's like, I'd just rather you do your own hair, Mariah.
Because Stella has seen the hair and gone, ooh, that is way more affordable.
Yeah.
Mariah DIY hair.
Absolutely.
I don't have to pay someone for that.
What? Like, a lot of people do it. I know our mate Kylie, ever since her cancer, she said she doesn't really like other people too often in her face.
Yes.
So she does her own makeup.
Yeah.
Probably not all the time.
No.
But before a show, you got time, why not?
Yeah.
So, Mariah, now she's probably got 1,000 hours, really.
Yeah.
Get those hours up. You can graduate. She could still graduate.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine if she went back? She's like, here's my log. I'll get a few more hours. So now we get Danielle, who shows up like a Maury Povich character. Very whatever. I do what I want. It's...
She is amazing.
It's a lot. So Stella says Danielle is too expensive, and it's weird that I'm actually kind of on Stella's side for once, because Danielle seems like a real piece of fucking work.
Yeah.
I said, Stella is always the worst. Why is Stella the good guy in this episode? Why? Now, because nothing makes sense, there's no time in this world, that does make sense because we have Mariah.
Yeah.
They're on a private jet, and one of the dancers or someone is, what did they say? He's like, I got a text message from an ex-employee who hates Stella,
Yes.
Then Stella uses a car metaphor that I don't understand because I'm not heterosexual. But basically she's like, you got to take the bad bits out
Right.
so the good bits can be good. And Mariah is the pretty car.
Right.
And everyone else is the bad bits.
Yeah,
So she's saying like all...
I didn't understand much of this because
Yeah.
so much of it was bleeped.
yeah,
That
that's
it was hard to work out what Stella was saying in between.
I think I got the
all of the
unbleepy.
swearing.
I must have the unbleepy version.
You have an unbleepy version?
Yeah, mine's the really sad original recording. I could be wrong.
Oh, I paid for mine off the Google and it's all bleeped.
It's rude.
I know.
I mean, you can figure out what she's saying.
Oh, absolutely.
But Mariah is like, if they want to talk to people, they can. But it'll cost them because I can sue them.
Yeah.
We love everybody though.
Love everybody, but I've got an NDA.
Yeah, so,
Like
if they want to
everyone's-
spend their time doing that, it's an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
But Stella then claims to have Mariah's back for life.
Which we know is not true.
Yeah, maybe for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I think Mariah
Because
has...
we know in the future Stella sues Mariah.
Yeah. So I also think that Mariah has a bit of a crack at her family in here, but it was hard to understand exactly what she was saying. But she was basically like, I'm a little bit related to some of these people. Like,
Yes.
I was like, huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Patricia was the backup dancer, I guess.
Yeah.
And Larry. Okay, so speaking of Larry, Larry's just gone now. We don't get a dramatic firing of Larry.
No.
Probably because the hump never happened.
Yes.
And Larry had had enough and
Yes.
walked off, and they made up the hump thing.
Yeah.
So it looked like they had to fire him.
Yeah.
But something tells me Larry wanted to go.
I think Larry just left.
Yeah, I think he just walked away.
Larry had enough.
So Stella does some nice workplace bullying, tricking Danielle into thinking they're in a different country.
Oh my God.
Kind of explains why Danielle hates her. So I'm kind of back on Team Danielle now.
Yeah.
The dancers talk about how amazing it is to be an American dancer in Europe because European dancers just think so much of American dancers because they're the bestest dancers, which is a very American thing to say.
Oh my God.
Like, did you pick up on that?
Yes.
I'm like, oh, yeah, because we get to dance with Mariah and Beyonce. And it's like, you don't think that half of those dancers are from around the world?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Also, yeah, like, we've been to a Mariah show. The role of the dancer is minimal.
Yeah. Lift her and walk.
Yeah. It's not a Madonna show.
No.
It's not a Kylie show.
Yeah.
It's not a, dare I say, a regular show.
Yes.
Where there is a lot of very pneumatic dancing.
Yes.
A lot of, hydraulics involved.
Yes, yeah.
No one's hanging over the auditorium by a rope and like in a Beyonce show or a Pink show.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is they're not the cream of the fucking crop.
And as we know, they only had a $20 budget for dancers.
I know. They lost 2 dancers.
Yeah.
And like working with Mariah would be a big deal.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I bet all these dancers wish they were working on a different show where they got to do more dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the one area in which you'd prefer the regular verse. You'd be
Yeah.
like, you know what? It might be a bit regular for a while.
Yeah.
Sounds
I'm
good.
going to be regular. I'm going to be tired.
Yeah.
I suspect these 4 are doing this job because they're good at lifting and walking
Yes.
more than dancing.
Yeah. Which would explain why we find out that Tanaka has groupies,
Tanaka does have groupies.
aka Mariah. Mariah's the one knocking on his dressing room. And weirdly, he's the only dancer with his own.
Yeah.
He claims to be single, but he just throws in that when he's not single, he's 100% loyal.
He's 100% loyal.
Like whoever he's dating.
Whoever I'm dating,
For
even
a-
if they're engaged to someone else.
Yeah, for example, like, I don't know, like who is an example of someone I may date? I don't know. My boss, Mariah Carey.
Look, let's not go into the power dynamics in their relationship. It upsets me.
The dancers then talk about what a bitch Stella is, and then Tanaka is like, we need to do something for Mariah's birthday.
We do.
Incorrect, Tanaka. Anniversary.
It is an anniversary.
Now, he does try to fix it by saying it's her 14th anniversary, but obviously Mariah's only 12 now.
I know.
So he tried, but
He's
ultimately
got the sum.
failed.
Well, it's, 12 and 14, there's maths involved.
True.
And maybe that's what they have in common.
Yeah. lack of maths.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. The dancers are like, we're going to need Hello Kitty balloons and we're going to have to dig into our own pockets to pay for it because there's no budget on this tour.
Well, yeah, this is something that upsets me because I feel like a Mariah Carey tour would have a budget.
Yeah, certainly. I think number one on the list would be Mariah's anniversary.
Yes.
And then everything else.
And then everything
Hair,
else.
And then
But
the
also,
rest.
I've never really seen her as someone to delve into other brands.
Ah.
Like, yes, when she was singing the Peanut song at Christmas and she wanted the Peanuts in her cartoon, let's get another brand in.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
I think this could be a little crossover.
I don't know if the Hello Kitty is really a Mariah thing. It's not a butterfly.
No.
It's not a rainbow.
No.
It is not a charm bracelet.
No, that's so true.
It's...
Which we know she likes cats because of Morris.
Yes.
But that's Morris.
Yes.
Is that Hello Kitty?
That's not Hello Kitty.
No. We are cracking this
I don't...
open.
I think maybe... Like, was Hello Kitty Tanaka's suggestion?
One of the dancers.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't...
So you think someone's getting a sponsorship deal?
Yeah, I think someone's trying it on with Sanrio.
So, Mariah gets a long text about some drama that she can't talk about on camera, but she's like, am I really supposed to read a long text?
Not a long text.
Not a long one, yuck.
Like LOL is long.
It is long. With a couple of different letters, but yeah. It's an ex-worker calling Stella a Russian dictator. Stella wants to sue them for $100 million for funsies.
For funsies.
And then says, fuck your fucking fuck, and then fuck in the fucking fuck.
Yeah, that was just a lot of bleeping.
Yeah. Can't remember. I feel like I would have noticed annoying bleeps. So I think,
It's a lot of bleeping.
yeah, I think I did hear it. I could be totally wrong.
No, like we used to do this in radio sometimes where you leave the swear in and you beep after it and people think that it's been censored.
Yeah.
But they're like, I know what they were saying, but thank God they bleeped it. It's like, we didn't. We bleeped after.
Or they just bleep the U, but you can still hear the F and the CK.
Oh, sometimes we didn't even bleep. Like, it would be fuck, boop.
Yeah.
And people go, oh, yeah, well, at least they bleeped it.
Yeah. Or even if they noticed that they gave it a crack.
Yeah.
They tried.
Well, I think, for someone like Mariah, who has a large fan base, it seems weird to have this much swearing in a show that she's in.
That's true. Speaking of just horrific words that we don't want to hear and should be bleeped, Molly's back.
Oh,
but
she was so gone for so long.
she's so gone. And don't worry, she's only here for a second.
Oh, good.
Because she has to go to Harrods and order something from the truffle bar, but she doesn't know what that is.
Yeah.
And it literally doesn't come back.
No.
So I don't know if we'll ever know what happened to the truffles.
Yeah, because someone, and I don't want to cast aspersions here, but someone has sent her on an errand to a place where you're not allowed to film.
Ah.
Which seems interesting.
Yeah.
Like, why would you send someone somewhere where they're not allowed to film?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you tee up filming somewhere and then send someone to that somewhere?
Yes. Get more of that sponsorship.
And film it.
For that budget.
Yes.
You could have had an extra dancer.
Yes.
For that visit. Because we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, I feel like someone in charge of this show is wildly incompetent.
Yeah, I wonder who.
I don't know.
I don't think it's Molly.
I think Molly is the executive producer. This is a vanity project for Molly.
Well, yeah, it's all about Molly. So we're now on the plane again.
Yes.
And
the private jet.
Yes. Christopher's dad thinks he's having an affair with Mariah.
Oh my God, I love Christopher so much.
Yeah. He's one of the fun things.
Yeah.
Mariah and Stella have a cuddle. Are they an item now?
I don't know. Maybe they're scissoring.
Maybe they saw Celine and Babs and like, should we give it a crack?
Look, if Celine and Babs are up to it, come on, let's go for it.
I said, did Mariah see Gilly and decide that she can be gay too? Well, she can do it. I can certainly do it. Come here, Stell.
No, I've seen Julie. She can't do it.
Okay. We will have to watch it at some point. So they're going to Luxembourg, and only now does someone point out that there's a time difference between Luxembourg and the UK.
How?
So
I don't...
there's a lot to unpack here.
And the worst thing is Stella blaming the tour manager, who we never see.
I know.
And is that not, like, one of her jobs?
Yeah, and wouldn't more than one person check that anyway?
Yeah. That's something a lot of people should check.
Yeah, so the plane says we land at this time.
Yes.
But the show's at this time. But there's more than that.
Yeah.
Because even with only an hour difference...
Yes.
So it's only an hour difference. Mariah is 15 minutes late to get on stage, which would mean that if they were actually on time, they would have only had 45 minutes to get from the plane
Yes.
to the stage. It's 20 minutes to get to the venue.
Yeah.
So it would have left Mariah with 25 minutes for hair and makeup.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening.
That's not happening.
So they think it's 8 p.m, but it's actually 9 p.m. And I said, literally no artist in the whole world would cut it that close coming internationally.
No.
Unless they were already in hair and makeup. If Mariah was on that plane half done,
Yeah.
maybe I can see them going, we've got a race there.
Also, they're American, not European.
Yeah.
Like, if they were European, I'd be like, yeah, sure, you can go to Luxembourg because you don't have to go through customs.
Yeah.
And I don't care that you're on a private jet. You still have to clear customs.
Yeah. So none of this is real.
None of this is real.
happening.
It didn't happen.
And realistically, Mariah gets there. She says backstage on the microphone, I'm here. No one really seems that mad. The booing that they're saying is happening. I don't see anyone booing. And realistically, it's Mariah. She's not getting on till 9:30 anyway.
No.
So I don't know why.
I had to put up with so much Nick Cannon DJing when I went to see Mariah because I don't know what she was doing, but she turned up eventually.
Yeah. It's if this is real, it's a horrific mismanagement.
It's terrible mismanagement.
It's unprofessional. And it makes Mariah look really bad.
Yeah.
That's the thing I don't understand. Why they would go, let's do something that makes Mariah look really bad.
Yes.
For entertainment. It's stupid.
Yeah.
And I will blame the fake...
The invisible tour manager that doesn't exist.
It was one of the things where I was like, you know what? Okay, up until now I've been able to go, yeah, this is silly. This doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
This is dumb. This is stupid
Actually
move.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah. As we said, Mariah lets them know that she's there, all of that. Danielle's like, if I was Stella, I'd have known that there was an hour time difference. But then it's like, but why didn't you?
Yeah.
Didn't anyone else look at the time? It doesn't make any sense.
The other thing that makes no sense is, one of the huge problems between Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj was how often Nicki Minaj was wildly late.
Really?
To that set. Okay. Yeah, she was once late for a live show. They do the live shows when they get to the last few episodes of American Idol. Yeah. One time, Nicki Minaj turned up halfway through the episode.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Mariah was never late to that show.
I think as we know, a lot of Mariah's divaness is an act.
Yeah. And she says, people love it when I'm late.
Yeah.
But then she's never late. And she even says, I'm never late. But then in this episode, suddenly she's late.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, you weren't late.
Yeah. No, it's fair. And any artist would be at that venue from 4.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. You've got to set up this.
Yeah. Sound check.
It just...
Mariah is not doing a sound check.
Yes.
It's what, It stupid.
Makes no sense.
But like everything else with this tour, even with all of the horrific problems, no budget, Mariah being super late, it all went off without a hitch.
Yeah.
The tour's really good.
She sings Shake It Off and it's perfect. And it's if I had been an hour and a half late to my gig because of some fuck up by someone, I would be so angry.
Yeah.
That I would barely be able to contain myself and the gig would not go well.
Yeah. Which makes me wonder, did they film that whole private jet thing on the ground later? Were they late for some other reason? And not that late, but a little bit late. Because she does apologise to the audience from stage. So she was a bit late.
Something happened.
But it's not what they're telling us it was. So part of me is like, maybe afterwards they were just like, we'll just film a bit. Yeah. We'll do some acting. But like you said, Mariah sings Shake It Off and she's like, we're shaking off the time difference.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing with my song.
The other thing that frustrates me about this show is, why does Stella always have one earpiece in for her phone?
Yeah.
Always.
She's got to talk to the people.
I feel like someone's feeding her lines constantly.
Oh, God, probably.
There's
Say this horrific thing to Molly. Say fuck again.
I don't... Yeah. It just... The whole thing feels off-brand.
Yeah. That's what it is. It
Yeah.
makes no sense for someone who has such, at times, overly controlled career, but
Yeah.
certainly in control career.
Yeah. And has an amazing work ethic.
Yeah. For this kind of shit.
And we know she stays up all night and works.
Yeah.
But, yeah. This is...
Wild.
Yeah.
So Stella's daughter is back, and she walks into an
man.
almost very naked Tanaka, which, as you said, we already saw this.
Yes.
That's all that it is.
Yeah.
And she asked him to jump out of a cake for Mariah's anniversary.
Yeah.
Wonder why they went to Tanaka. It's so weird.
Why did they go to Tanaka of all people?
None of the other dancers are involved.
Yeah.
Tanaka hopes that on her anniversary, he gets a chance to chat with Mariah. And by chat, he means finger blast.
No, you know what I felt like? I felt like him talking about that is like, I need to talk about how I haven't seen her at all this entire time because she's getting married. And I really just want to spend some time with her and say hello because I miss talking to Mimi.
Yeah. I'm always saying, I miss my boss.
I miss MC.
I'm always saying that.
Always saying I miss hanging out with my boss.
yes.
I just want to talk to my boss. Just have a chat with my boss.
Yeah, it's a normal thing to say.
Just a normal thing to sit down and have a talk to my boss, who I have not seen for ages,
Yeah.
and
If
certainly have not been going into her room at the end of the concert and giving her.
I don't know if I've ever seen her.
No, I've
even
never
in
seen
a photo.
Yeah, I haven't seen her with her hair off.
No, Jeff, no one has seen that. Can you imagine? Like, realistically, if Mariah was having a bit of a little, like, one-night stand.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be in that, but she'd be glued to that bed.
Yes.
With the hair exact. They'd be allowed to have a quick, like, sniff, and then you can go.
Well, you can see why Eminem came before he got in.
Oh, no.
Debrat told us. She probably told her
That's
grandmother,
weird.
and that's why she died.
Why? Yes, that's who we need in this show. Debrat's grandma.
Like, Debrat in this would be amazing.
So good.
You know what? The fact that they, like, because Trey Lorenz is fun.
Yeah.
Like, she and Trey have a great relationship.
Yeah.
They really get along well. They're funny together. The fact that they have not managed to get him across the line to even be unblurred says to me there's something wrong in this production.
And I mean, Big Jim Rye, yes, we saw him on stage, but where's he backstage?
Yes.
Like, it feels like none of this is happening in the places that they say it's happening.
Yeah.
I'm like, did they just get a warehouse somewhere and just
know.
film it and add it in? I don't know.
I feel like Mariah's gone, you know what? You can film some of the actual concert.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to stage manage everything else because I don't want this getting in the way of me doing my shows.
Yeah. Like, Mariah doesn't want to talk before a show.
No.
We know this.
Vocal rest.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But Christopher would like them to bake Tanaka into the cake.
What does he want
Which,
that?
like, is he indicating that he'd like him to die? I'm not sure.
He may not like the closeness of Tanaka and his client.
Yeah, and he just wants that towel gone.
We all want that to
In another unnecessary, but at least kind of fun side plot, Danielle and Christopher have a hotel bed meltdown.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
Feet
I
accents.
really actually enjoyed that bit.
Yeah, that would normally be the worst part of a reality show, but in this case, the best part.
Yeah.
Then Mariah wishes Brett Ratner a happy anniversary, which really confused me because her anniversary is coming up, and I thought that he was calling her for hers.
Yes.
But no, she was calling him for his.
Yeah.
While Stella and Danielle argue mid-conversation.
Oh, man.
And Stella is like, I'm not mean to you on camera. Don't know what you're talking about. Now it's become a international incident between Russia and Italy. Like, all of a sudden, it's like, I'm Russian, I'm Italian. Ah!
Yeah, I didn't understand that bit at all.
All right,
Yeah.
Okay. Stella is like, we need new people, new energy. And then Mariah's like, Larry was new. And I was like,
There was some
that got through.
absolute beautiful shade.
Yeah, that got through.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stella missed that.
Yeah.
And she's...
Larry was
And
new.
Mariah's just trying to have a splash on some cushions while watching a film.
Yes.
You know, it's not fair. Mariah should not have to deal with this.
No.
And
She shouldn't have to be doing HR in a bra.
no, I like the rhyme though.
I've got my HR bra on.
Yeah, it's
everyone.
my HR bra.
I'm going into
It's
sort
tighter and
things
smaller
out.
than my regular bras.
My HR lingerie. Can you order my HR lingerie?
Yeah.
I need it. I've got to take some people to task at work today.
And then to top all of this off, Stella claims she never wants to add stress on Mariah. Like,
All she does.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Back in London, Danielle is like, Stella is the reason everyone's going to the press and that there's drama. So Danielle's kind of
She knows.
on
Yeah.
it. Mariah tries to heal the rift between Danielle and Stella, and it kind of works. Maybe, who cares, as long as my Mariah's hair is good.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, is it because hair?
Yeah.
Can you do the job?
Do the hair.
Can you do my hair?
I love that during the reconciliation, there is a little bit of hair fixing.
Oh, yeah. As Stella sticks up her fingers behind her back. Like, I'm fine. Fuck you.
And then,
okay.
but this is on camera. Like, this, I don't understand that at all.
No. It's not.
And that's,
It's not helping.
the other thing is she's meant to be the boss.
I know.
Like, why is she behaving like a 12-year-old?
Yeah. I think she got confused that not everyone's 12, just Mariah.
Yeah. And Stella's actual daughter.
And her actual daughter.
Who's in charge of their socials.
Yes. Who she's not paying.
And getting Tanaka to bake into a cake.
Yeah.
While he's nude.
Yes. Speaking of, next time on Mariah's World,
Next time.
Tanaka jumps out of a cave. And the dancer's like, Tanaka, stop flirting with the engaged woman. Not sure who she's engaged to, though, since he's never around. Meanwhile, Stella might fire Molly, which is probably in all of our best interests, mainly mine.
I love Molly. I love that she has no storyline.
Nothing.
Nothing
She
to
went
do.
to Harrods.
Yeah, to get a truffle.
And we had to watch it.
Yeah. No, we didn't watch it.
We
'cause
didn't
she
get to see
go
what.
there.
No,
Yeah.
we just
watched her leave the hotel.
Yeah, do you reckon is this the big storyline? Like, episode 8's going to come around and be like, here's
She'll
the
have
truffles.
arrived with the truffles, and they're like, no, chocolate truffles.
Yeah, I know, and that was the whole thing. And she's
Yeah.
talking about the pigs, but the pigs keep eating the mushrooms. I'm like, okay, girl.
I don't. She's wacky.
It's a lot. But
It's a
that,
lot.
thankfully, does bring us to an end to somehow the best episode so far, and yet not.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start calling it Stella's World, because Mariah
think
is
so.
other than doing HR and a bra,
Yes,
she's not
iconic.
really contributing much.
Yeah.
Like I love it when they have her stage business.
Yeah, everything she
Singing-
contributes is fun.
Singing Happy Birthday to Big Jim Wright, amazing.
Yes.
Like, so cute.
Yeah.
And her fury at not being told that he had an anniversary.
Oh my god. It's very important. These things are important.
I know. And just, yeah, the stage moments. I'm like, we need more of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if when they were filming this, if they have a lot of footage from that they could actually go
make an
back
actual. Yeah.
and reconstruct this as
tour.
a really nice, cute documentary about the tour
Yeah. Maybe.
without Stella.
Unless there was real problems with the tour that they're covering up with the bad behind the scenes. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's very confusing.
Like, there were people there. It's not like it was empty.
That's true.
We've been to empty concerts before.
Yes.
That was sad.
Yeah.
People that we love.
Some people are trying to sell them at the moment.
Yes.
Okay. I think we're almost home.
We are almost.
At the end of the podcast. Podcast, baby. Almost there. Almost home, you could probably say. You could say. But you won't because of copyright. Copyright. That's a no-no.
All right. We've been to Mariah's World, and now it's time to go back to the darkness and the sadness. And just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Literally. She's like, they're running out. I better do another one.
Yes,
We've got the wrong person doing that. We need Mariah to be giving us content.
I want more Mariah.
Yeah.
I don't want more of the regular verse, but that is where we're headed next week.
Yeah.
This is me now.
Dot, dot, dot.
This is me ... now, which is the sequel to This Is Me ... then.
Yes.
I don't know.
Now and then.
How did she set that up? It took like over
I will
20
say, I'm
years.
kind of impressed by that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Because it never made sense.
This
back
is me then.
I was like, what does that mean? I'm like, bitch is playing the long game.
Very long game. A
Yeah.
20-year
years.
long
She's
game.
like, when I get back with him in 20
When I
years.
get back. Anyway, we're going to find out exactly what kind of an album comes out of reuniting with Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
We do have, just to sort of give you something before we go there.
Yes.
A couple of little comments from the Lamley.
Hello, Lamley.
So I don't remember which episode any of these are about, but they came through and I'm reading them.
Yeah.
So Brad on Instagram said another illuminating episode.
Oh, thanks, Brad.
So sorry, Brad. He said, I'm still unclear whether this Molly character is one of Mariah's children or in fact Ian Molly Meldrum. Based on the forgetfulness, I would say it could be Molly Meldrum.
Could be both. Molly is like she's Mariah's assistant's assistant.
Yeah, it makes no sense. But Brad goes on to say, it works either way, and frankly, I enjoy the ambiguity.
Oh, yeah.
He said, also slightly confused about this boner conjecture.
Boner conjecture. As in...
Otherwise, top marks. So, thank you, Brad.
Thanks, Brad.
And then we also on Instagram had Mama Maglib. That's her one part of her username. So I'm not sure which of that name is her name, but Mama.
I love Mama.
Saying this, it's the best podcast to fill my ears for my morning commute.
Oh,
so
bless
once again,
you.
we apologise, Mama. And you're welcome. But yeah, I was like, we have some feedback. Let's enjoy that.
Yes.
Before anything gets too regular.
Oh, so much regularity to come in the next couple of weeks.
Are you making anything happen? Make it happen.
I have a brand new show that was announced this week. So exciting. It's the old show that I do, but with children. So Hard Quiz Kids is coming.
Did Stella set this up?
I think
was
she
she like,
did.
oh, my kid's not doing anything?
My kid's not doing anything.
Yeah.
No, Hard Quiz Kids, Tom Gleeson versus a bunch of children.
Terrifying.
Answering questions on their expert topics, which include everything from saltwater crocodiles
Yes.
to World War II.
Oh, which was started by Mariah. We are helping. That's why you knew.
That's why I knew. That's where I came from. But yeah, like Ninjago. I don't even know what that was, but that's a thing. Okay. It's basically a ninja that's Lego.
Heaven.
I know.
I'm not mad. That sounds like my kind of stupid.
Yeah, that's there's 15 seasons of that cartoon.
Oh my.
Yeah. I've had to watch a lot of children's television for my work.
Well, I was going to say, like, was it really difficult to not get too salty in some of those questions?
Oh, so hard.
Yeah.
The hardest one, I think, was writing a question for a girl who was into 80s rock bands, whose favourite song is the Angels song, Am I Ever Gonna See Your Face Again?
You're like, what is the popular comeback?
Yeah, I'm like, we have to address it because it's like the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
And I did address it. And if you watch Hard Quiz Kids, episode 3, you'll find out exactly how I managed to ask a question about that in the most dicey way possible.
You just said it, didn't you? You just said it.
Oh, I was saying it in the office. But yeah, Hard Quiz Kids on the brand new channel ABC Family, which if you're in Australia, it takes over from ABC TV Plus. So yeah, it's ABC Kids in the daytime will become ABC Family at nighttime.
Heaven.
Which makes more sense, really.
In America, ABC Family was always a thing, and it's what Melissa Joan Hart's Melissa and Joey was on.
I remember.
So I get it.
But isn't that called something else now? That's like,
I think so.
Like Freeway or Freeform or something. It's got like a funny name.
Everyone has.
But
weird
yeah, there's still shows on there.
Yes. Yeah. Pretending I watch normal TV. Absolutely.
Yeah. But yes, so ABC Family and ABC iView.
How exciting! New show,
Starting the
dude.
8th of June, I think.
Sure.
So yeah.
Like they've made a whole new channel for you.
I know.
It's beautiful.
I'm working on the flagship show of a new channel.
Yes.
Again.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't realize that I could announce this little one, but I have a little song coming out 3 days after this will drop.
Yes.
It's called You Can Feel It. It is the first single from the next
Oh,
project,
a new album.
no one can see this, but I'm currently working on the artwork.
Oh.
Doing my little...
Oh, that is cute.
Figuring out what colours and all that sort of stuff.
I love it. I'm so excited. So that's Possible Prince X.
Yes, on all of the things. Give me a follow, because we love that. People have been following me because one of my meme things went viral.
Oh, fun.
It was the Lisa Kudrow singing I Will Survive as if she's reacting to Kylie and Madonna doing it. And it's got like 150,000 views or something. So I've got an extra 15 followers. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm into the hundreds now. So yeah, that's a little fun moment.
Oh, yay.
So we've got, everything's happening.
It's all going on.
Because we're in Mariah's world.
It's because we're in Mariah's
It's giving
world.
us some
Yeah.
oomph to
Next
drive
week
forward.
will be in the regular verse and we'll have nothing happening.
I know. Shall we?
All right. Bye, Emily.
Bye.